Hey everybody, it's Jess here with Blush Jess. Thank you so much for watching for another weigh in, and I'm just looking over at my YouTube to make sure I tell you the right week because I honestly do not remember. I want to say it's week 6. Does that sound right? Does that sound right to anybody? You would think I would know this. I'm looking. So I'm going to get into everything. Okay, yeah, it's week 6. Sorry about that. So this has been a really good week. You guys know I came on here last week and talked about all of my steroids I was on, and the fact that I gained like 2.5 pounds from being on those. I am happy to report, and praise the Lord, I'm happy to report all the steroids are done. No hives have come back. I think the doctor was right, and it was hay fever, and my body just had a weird allergic reaction to all of the changing seasons. And how weird is that? I mean, I had hives all over me. It was horrible. I was on 2 rounds of steroids. It made me gain weight. This week, I just kept on doing what I was doing. I've been tracking, I've been drinking my water, and I made it back to the gym. I'm easing my toes back into the gym. I am doing, like, I've been twice. So the first day I just walked on the treadmill for 30 minutes. And then last night I went back and I just walked on the treadmill for 45. It's just getting me moving. It's getting me back in the swing of things. And the reason I'm easing back into it, if you don't know, the hives can be made worse by exercise and exertion. And I'm just giving my body time to ease back into it. So I'm very, very thankful that all of that seems to be behind me and it's gone because it was terrible. So I'm feeling much, much better. I still am on a few little medicines for a few more weeks, but nothing like the steroids. Those were horrible and they made me crazy. So not so much the first round because it was pretty low, but then the second round was a higher dose and I definitely could tell a difference when I was on those. So I still have to take, like I said, I have to take some like allergy meds, but that's not a big deal. So this week I have been doing great. If you don't know what I'm doing, I am counting calories. I'm trying to stay between 1,500 and 1,700 calories every day. There are days where I go a little bit over, and there's days where I go a little bit under, but for the most part, I'm right around that range, and it's been working for me. I've been trying to go to the gym 2 to 3 times a week. I would like to get that up to 3 to 4 eventually. I'm a busy mom, and it's hard to get to the gym. But I'm making time. I found I kind of have played around. You guys know I have played around with different times I could go. I first started going really, really early in the morning at like 5 a.m. I would go. That made me very cranky by the by the end of the day. It made me extremely exhausted. So I occasionally may still go early if that's the only time I can go. But I have found, and I don't like going like when the kids are just home from school or David's at work, and so sometimes he'll come home early. I don't like going during family time, during dinner time. I don't like leaving my family and feeling like David has to do everything, bathe them, feed them, all of that nighttime stuff. So I found though that there's this hour time that we let them have technology an hour before they go to bed. So they usually get about 30 or 45 minutes actually, but it's between 7 and 8 o'clock. They'll get a window of technology time. And that's just what works for us. I know everybody has different opinions, but our kids really like their Kindles, and I don't let them play it all day long. I just let them have that window. And Nate gets a little bit of time when he comes home from school, like 30 minutes to just help him unwind. And then he gets that time at night. Well, it's usually right after we bathe them, so they've already been fed, they've already been bathed, and really they're just playing on their tablets for like 45 minutes. So it's the perfect time for me to go to the gym without feeling guilty that I'm leaving them and they're going to miss me, and the mom guilt feeling, and that David's going to have to do all this work, which he doesn't mind, but I just feel bad leaving the family. So I found that if I can go during that window, really they're not missing anything, and I can go get that workout knocked out. So that's what I've been doing. It's been working really well. Now that isn't going to work on Wednesdays or Thursdays because Wednesday we have church, and then Thursday David says practice late. So probably those 2 days are not going to be good gym days, but I will just work around and find good days. And then in the weekend I can go whenever because David will be home. And then Mondays he's home too. So I'm definitely think 2 to 3 times, even up to 4 times is perfect. for me. So some of the things that have gone on this week, and I'll get into the weight loss results, but we had family come in, so we are eating out a lot more than we normally do. We normally, eat out once or twice a week maybe, but we ate out probably 3 or 4 times this weekend. And we ordered pizza. We went to Mexican one night. Let's see, I had Taco Bell, and then we had Cracker Barrel. So how I navigate that, I get what I want. Like, I don't feel like if I'm gonna go to Cracker Barrel or if I'm gonna go to Mexican, I have to get the most low point or low calorie thing on the menu and be miserable. Like, that's just not the way I do it. I would rather get something and eat a little bit of it, or that it's something I really, really like Cracker Barrel. I love their pancakes. You guys know I also love their pancakes and their French toast. I talk about it all the time. So I get that, and I just count it, and then I'll work my day around it. So, the day I have Cracker Barrel for pancakes for lunch, then I'll make sure I have a lighter dinner, or I'll have a smaller serving of the pancakes, but I don't feel like I have to go and just get a salad, because I feel like that's not a lifestyle that I can live with. I need to be able to eat the foods I love, just a correct portion, and balance it out the rest of the day. And, I was watching Kelly and Kim. They're from the Skinny on Weight Loss. If you don't know who they are, go check them out. They are awesome. They post every single week, and they're following Weight Watchers. When they were talking about how naturally skinny people, that's how they stay skinny, is they just kind of, if they overeat one meal, the next meal, they just eat a little less. Or the next day, they kind of watch what they're eating if they had too much the previous day. And it's so true. Like, if you watch naturally skinny people, they just kind of eat in moderation naturally. So that's what I have to learn how to do. I need to learn how to just eat. I'm not saying I can never have the foods I like. I had pizza this week. I've had pancakes and Taco Bell, and, but I just ate correct portions, and I balanced it, and I made it fit into my goals for the day. So that is my tip to you guys. Don't try to cut out food groups. I feel like that is too hard, and that is a diet. That's not a lifestyle. And it sounds so cliche, and people talk about that all the time, but it's so true. You cannot live cutting out food groups long term. You might be able to drop a lot of weight, in a few weeks or a few months, but eventually you're going to have to go back to eating the way you were eating. So anytime I've tried to cut out food groups, cut out fast food, cut out things from my life, it never ends up going well. I may lose weight, but then I'm going to gain it back as soon as I go off the plan. So I'm doing it slow this time. I'm doing it gradual, and I think that is the way to go. So I'm going to get into my results, as I've been talking for like 8 minutes now. Last week I was up 2.4 pounds, I believe, because of all the steroids, all of the sickness. I had gotten up, I think last week's weight, and I was 229. This week I felt way better now. TMI, I am on my period right now, and I know that kind of messes up the scale, but it is what it is. It comes once a month. So last week I was 229, and that was up a little bit. And then today when I stepped on the scale, insert that picture, I was 226.6. So I am exactly back to where I was before the steroids. I'm down 2.4 pounds. And it's just so funny that it comes on, it goes off, the exact amount I gained. So I can look at this two ways. I can either be really frustrated the fact that I just wasted 2 weeks dieting and exercising and trying to stay on plan, and now I'm just back to where I started from, and darn, that's kind of frustrating because I've been working hard. But this is how I'm going to choose to look at it, and you have to look at things positively. That weight that I gained, that steroid weight, it went off. It's gone now. And yes, it was a pain to gain and lose the same amount of weight, and it is a little frustrating, but there's nothing I can do about it. The medicines helped me. They helped me get better. I feel good. It happened, and now the weight is back off. So, it's not ideal. I wish that none of that sickness happened and that I just had kept going down the rate I was. But I can't always get what I want. And at least that weight is going back off. I'm also on my period this week, and I feel like next week should be even better because all the bloating will be gone. So, it's good. It's still a loss. It's definitely a loss. It's 2.4 pounds. I just a little part of me hates that it's the same weight I just lost, but at least it's gone. And I knew that steroid weight as soon as I started getting off of those medicines. I've been off exactly a week tonight. I took the last dose. It came right back off. So it really wasn't a true gain. It was just steroid fluids and weight. And so that is off. I'm hoping next week all I can do is keep doing what I'm doing and stay the course, and that weight's going to continue to go down. I just believe that. So I hope you guys had a great week as well. Let me know down below how much, if you're doing a diet plan or if you're doing a weight loss plan, let me know how it's going for you in the comments down below. I would love to cheer you on and support you. You guys always leave the most encouraging comments. I can tell you right now, if I was not doing YouTube videos, I still would not be losing weight. I would not be still doing this because it gets really hard doing it by yourself. Find someone, if it's me, if you want me to be your accountability partner, and every time I weigh in, you weigh in down below too, that I would love that. If you need to find a friend or a family member or a husband or a wife to do it with you, do that. I mean, I think the support means the world. So I've only lost, since I started this, like last year, I've only lost like 15 pounds, but it's weight that is off my body. It's slow, it's steady, and it's going to continue to go down. I just believe it. The more I track and stay on top of it and go to the gym, drink my water, it's going to come off. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great week. I hope you are successful. Just take it one day at a time, one meal at a time. No emotional eating. That's my goal this week, is no emotional eating. Listen to my body. Eat when I'm hungry. You know, so many times we are just kind of bored, or we're sad, or we're stressed, and we eat and we're not even hungry. At least that's what I do. So my goal this week, no emotional eating. Eat when I'm hungry. Stop when I'm full. Drink my water. Track every single bite of food that I put in my mouth. I want to track. It's so easy to just take a bite here or there of the kids' food, or grab a handful of something and then not track it and just forget that you ate it. So my goal is to track every bite this week. I hope you all have a great week, like I said, and I'll see you back next week. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Please subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys all next time. Bye, y'all.